Love is a journey, a long winding road paved with laughter, tears, struggles and triumphs. It is the foundation of the life we build with another, the memories we weave into the fabric of time. And for me and Daniel, love was not just a moment, not just a spark. It was a lifetime. One that started when our faces were dimpled with youth and endured until our skin was lined with wisdom and experience. 35 years ago, on a crisp autumn afternoon, I first saw Daniel in a small-town bookstore. He was 22, a young writer, searching for inspiration in the pages of others' stories. I was 20, an artist, sketching in my worn-out journal by the window, my auburn hair catching the sunlight just right. I didn't notice him at first, but when I finally glanced up, he was staring at me with a mix of curiosity and admiration. Summoning the courage that love often demands, he approached me and without much thought sighed, "I don't know if I should read a book or just stand here and admire the artwork in front of me." I looked up, surprise flickering across my eyes, before laughter bubbled out of me. "That's the most ridiculous line I've ever heard. And yet, it worked," he grinned, pulling out a chair. Our first official date was simple, yet magical. A walk through the park, our hands occasionally brushing, a silent electricity sparking between us. Daniel made me laugh with his stories, and I enchanted him with my dreams. Under the canopy of golden leaves, we talked about everything: our childhoods, our ambitions, our fears. When the cold nipped at our noses, we warmed our hands around shared cups of coffee in a quiet little cafe, where Daniel stole glances at me over the rim of his cup, thinking I could love this girl forever. Love, however, is not just the warm moments. It is also the battles fought, the bridges crossed, the storms weathered. Our journey together was no exception. There were times when we almost lost each other. When Daniel's career as a journalist took him to different cities and I struggled to find my place in his fast-moving world. When long nights of work and disdain made our love feel like an echo of what once was. When life threw its weight upon our shoulders in the form of financial struggles, lost pregnancies and personal failures. But through it all, we chose each other every single time. When I doubted my art, Daniel reminded me that beauty was in my hands. When Daniel felt lost in his pursuit of success, I brought him back to the core of who he was. We learned that love was not just passion, it was patience. Not just laughter, it was understanding. It was in the late night conversations when we reminded each other why we started. It was in the way we held hands even when our hearts were heavy. Years passed and our love deepened. We built a life together full of small traditions that became the heartbeat of our days, Sunday morning pancakes. Dancing in the kitchen when no one was watching, whispered, "I love yous" before falling asleep. We raised 2 children, teaching them that love is not perfect, but it is always worth it. Now, 3.5 decades later, I still look at Daniel the Ale, same way I did that autumn afternoon in the bookstore. He still smiles at me the way he did on our first date. Our faces have changed, lines now map the stories of our lives. Our bodies have softened with time, but our love remains steadfast. As we sit on our porch, watching the sunset over the life we built together, Daniel turns to me, takes my hand in his and whispers, "I'd choose you all over again." And I, eyes filled with the weight of 35 years of love, simply smile. Because from dimpled to wrinkled, our love has never wavered. To all those who are in love, cherish every moment. Love is not always easy, but it is always worth fighting for. Hold on to the laughter, weather the storms, and choose each other every single day. Because love, in its truest form, is not just about the beginning, it's about the journey. The commitment and the life you build together. Hold on to laughter, weather the storms, and choose each other every single day.
Thank you for watching Simple English Hub channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful stories.